Yeah. I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I don't think that I could live no other way. Truth be told, I'm living now on an A. Now I done seen them blessings in the modern day. The Lord I serve, He give them to me every day. I'm forgiving, I'm forgiving. See, I done been forgiven, now I'm living. And when I say I love, I mean it. Cause none of this be nothing if He coming on this and shout. I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, 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 I love him.
You ain't got the money moving by yourself. And you know you did it with a lot of air. You know it's only one, it ain't nobody else. You got me talking strong and I ain't rich, I'm talking well. See, I'm forgiving, I'm forgiving. See, I done been forgiven, now I'm living. And when I say I love, I mean it. Cause none of this be nothing if He coming on this and shout. I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, love him, I love him, love him, love him, love him, I love him.
Wanted you to fall. You remember I do. You could've lost it all. You remember I do. No one can throw you off. Oh, we got you covered. Let us spend it all. That's what makes me love Him. I don't need a reason to fall on my knees and tell Him how I feel in my heart and let Him know. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, 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 I love him.
Luxury Car Navigation. Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you, Luxury Car Navigation.
Where would you like to go?
Yes, take me home, navigator.
Okay. Would you like to listen to the radio?
Yes, I would. Tune the radio to...
It's almost 6 p.m. May I suggest we tune in to 1100 a.m. for the B.A.G Lady Radio Show? It's all about strengthening women using the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding endowed in each of us by our Creator and the biblical principle that money is the answer for everything. Each week, the blessed, anointed, and gifted ladies of B.A.G Lady Radio talk deeply about issues that have traditionally held women back, such as legislation and policies, personal traumas, and, of course, credit and finance. More importantly, though, they discuss real ways of moving forward to help each woman get back on track or to get onto a new track. It really is a show you do not want to miss, Sheila.
Wow, that sounds like exactly what I need. Work is great, but I have really been thinking about starting my own business lately.
Then this show is definitely for you, Sheila. The female executives and entrepreneurs will have real, result-driven conversations that include information about available and accessible resources that can help you take the next step in your career or in your business. You will not regret tuning in. Shall I also call your mother, sister, cousin, and friends so that you can tell them to tune in also?
Yes, we have to tell everybody about this show, the B.A.G Lady Radio Show on 1100 a.m. at 6 p.m. p.m. on Thursdays. But wait, what about my friends who live out of town or who can't get the station in their cars?
That is not a problem, Sheila. I will send all of them a text message telling them to download the TuneIn, iRadio Now, and iHeartRadio apps on their smart device so that they can experience this life-changing show as well. Do not worry, Sheila. I am your luxury car navigation system. I will take care of you.
Tune in each and every Thursday at 6 p.m. to 1100 a.m. to catch the Bag Lady Radio Show. Shows also on demand at goldenheartsradio.com.
Hey, hon. What you up to?
Oh, just looking online for something to do with the kids this weekend.
Let's cool off and beat the heat.
That sounds perfect. What'd you have in mind?
We make memories every day. Why not make ones that matter? Come to the place where adventure runs wild, laughter is contagious, and the smiles are endless. Your ticket to fun is waiting for you and the whole family at Lake Winnie Amusement Park. Come cool off in the all-new Waterworks. It's buckets of fun.
Wow, what a day. Are you ready to head home?
Well, can we ride the roller coaster one more time? Or maybe the crazy river? I mean, I'm sure the kids would want to.
Sure, as long as we get to ride the Zoom Flume again.
Open Saturdays and Sundays. Save $3 on Sundays with a coupon from Sunbeam Bread. To discover all the fun-filled attractions Lake Winnie has to offer, visit lakewinnie.com. 2 great parks at one low price.
Tune your radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune into this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at tunein.com.
Or your app store.
This is Lori Grenier. You've seen me on Shark Tank. I'm always hearing from business owners who just can't get the money they need to grow. It's time for funding to catch up to the 21st century. It's time for Cabbage. Fill out the application online and you'll get a decision in minutes and could have access to a line of credit of up to $100,000. No waiting, no hassle. Cabbage is the real deal, A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and twice a Forbes Top 100 company. So go to Cabbage.com. That's Cabbage with a K, K-A-B-B-A-G-E, or call 888-CABBAGE.
All right, y'all, let's jam this.
What is happening, Atlanta? How y'all doing? I know y'all been waiting on this thing. If you anything like me, hold on, I got a lot of hair. I'm trying to work this out right now. But if you anything like me, y'all know I've been dying for this. I couldn't even let the intro come all the way in. You want to go on and keep playing it? Let it play a little bit? All right, we rolling now. Hey, Atlanta, how y'all doing? This is the debut of the Bag Lady Radio Show. I am your host, Mrs. Mary Ellis, and I am here today with the fabulous, dynamic, unstoppable. Give me some more adjectives, y'all. What else can I say? What else can I say about these two wonderful, lovely, awesome women that I'm in the studio with? Miss Larissa Barclay, go ahead and introduce yourself real cool. This is my guest host, y'all. Go ahead and say hi, Miss Larissa Barclay.
All right, how y'all doing out there? I'm super duper excited, man. Hot Atlanta, but I'm gonna tell you something about Atlanta. I'm from Miami, Florida. This traffic, I can't get used to it.
Girl, now you know people can see us on the internet, right? I know they saw us right here running around like ants, trying to get it together, trying
Absolutely.
you know. Atlantans, this before I bring my special guest up, I have to say this one thing to y'all. For real, y'all need to learn how to drive.
For real.
I'm just saying. Like, come on. For real, stop it. I moved here. I wasn't born and raised here, but good God Almighty, the wind changed direction, y'all. We got to slow down a little bit in the middle of the road for nothing.
Right.
Let's just do it. Hallelujah. It's raining. What are we going to do? It's raining, y'all. Do the wheels still turn on the car when it's raining? I don't know what to do. I just need y'all to cut it out now. That's your last warning. Y'all cut it out. But at any rate, I am again your host, Mrs. Mary Ellis, and this is Bag Lady Radio, and I am excited. I'm excited about being here. I'm excited about everything that we have going on. I'm excited about what we're doing here at the station and what we're doing with the show. And I'm especially excited about our very first guest. This woman here.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. So a few weeks ago, it's been about 2 months now, I think, since I met this woman, this dynamic woman. And I'm going to tell y'all, it took everything in me when I walked into the restaurant and saw this lady. to not just go up and embrace her. We had never seen each other. She didn't know me from Adam's house cat, and I didn't want to get smacked. But sometimes, though, you know, your spirit recognizes another spirit, and that's what happened when I met this lady. And she reminded me, there was something about her that was really familiar, just really comforting, and just, you know, I was just with it. I was like, yeah, I like this lady. I like her. So we introduced ourselves, and I now introduce to some and present to others the dynamic, the distinctive Ms. Niraj Khan. Niraj, say hi.
Namaste and greetings. Namaste. It is indeed a pleasure to be here. Oh my God, Mary Ellis, I thank you so much for this invite. It's always a pleasure to see beautiful Larissa. You guys make me feel so good and so special. I am honored, so humbled and honored. Thank you.
No, the pleasure is mine. Yeah, the pleasure is mine. So just before we get into the show, let's tell you a little bit about Ms. Niraj. Niraj is, some people identify her as an artist, a designer, a poet, oh Lord, what else? There's a lot of stuff.
A mom.
A mom. There's definitely that. She's a mom. She's a mom.
A daughter.
She's a daughter. See?
Child of God.
Come on now. Come on.
Sister friend.
All that right there. And the reason that Niraj is our first guest on this show is because she is one of the female entrepreneurs. She is, in essence, a female executive. She's a female entrepreneur who is doing her thing. This lady can take nothing and make something, not just something, but something incredible out of it. And that is what she has done. And one of the things that happened to me after I met her, like I said, you know, I was already a fan. And then I had the opportunity to go and have my distinctive experience at her home, her home studio, I should say, to have something designed. And when I went there, I got a healing that I didn't expect to get. So I was hoping, hi, Devin is here. Devin Robinson, Egypt Robinson is in the house, y'all. You know, folks showing up for our reception. So, Oh, okay. He wants to come in. Yeah, let him in. Okay. Well, he coming in. You know, it's a party up in here. That's how we get down. But anyway, I had a healing experience when I went to visit with Niraj. I was going there for one thing, and I'm telling you, I left with something else. And while I was there, I was inspired. God had already given me the vision for B.A.G Lady Radio. He had already told me that B.A.G is an acronym, and it stands for Blessed, Anointed, and Gifted. And he helped me to understand that the vision and the calling that he had in my life for women was to help women some women have hit a wall, or they don't know that they're great. They don't recognize, they don't believe it. It's hard to believe sometimes that you're great. And, you know, even if you think you're great, it still is hard to believe. Even if people keep telling you you're great, sometimes it's hard to believe. So God helped me to understand, and I got what I needed that day with Niraj, and that's when I understood she needed to be the first guest. She is a survivor. That's what I call her. She and I have had conversations that helped me to understand that the reason that she has this healing gift in her is because she's been through a lot of stuff. She's healed from a lot of things. So she can give you what she has. And one of the things that she has survived is, I don't want to use the word poverty because, you know, she never said that to me. But what I'm thinking is she has overcome whatever it was that kept her from using and living her God-given talents to make her living. So she has, very good. I like that. Thank you very much. I found a word and they applauded. Y'all so nice.
Well, you only studied the dictionary. I mean, for heaven's sakes.
Whatever.
Well, could I say something really quickly? I just want to interject very quickly. I got to piggyback off of what, our host said and Niraj Khan, one of the most classiest ladies I've met in quite a while. I mean, it's just so authentic and it's very natural. Now, with Mary, I've known Mary for a couple decades. So when she shared with me, she said, listen, I'm going to have an experience with a designer So, of course, me and those of you out there that may identify with me, the little hood kicked in. And I said, girl, you going to a seamstress and you going to see and get your measurements. And I thought she was overrated because I know she used all the big words, you know. And so when I went over there, I, too, ladies and gentlemen, had that same experience. I did. I had an experience. And I wasn't even ready for it. And I know exactly what she's talking about. We are discerners. I discern leadership. I discern realness. You know, you can spot a phony a mile away. And there is nothing phony about you. And it is art that you're creating. It's not just your regular, let me sew up your jacket and get your waistline and make sure everything tacked all up. No, it's really a designer piece. So I just had to piggyback off of what, you know, Mary was saying. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. And I'm just so honored to be a guest host on the Bag Lady Show because I know my good friend for years is a visionary, and I'm just so glad to see this come into fruition with her beautiful self. So I just had to just kind of interject a little bit because yes, it's an experience, and she's not your ordinary designer, baby. No, you're gonna get something really, really over the top. So
yeah,
back at you.
So Niraj, can you? So now that you know, I'm glad Larissa stopped me because I could just go on and gush over you. But what I would really like for you to do is talk to us a little bit about your journey. So one of the things, recall when we talked about coming onto the show, one of the things that I said is the reason this show exists is to help other women understand that they can make the moves that they need to make.
Yes.
They are difficult to make sometimes. It can be confusing. It can be scary. It can be a whole lot of things. But there are enough of us who have done it that we can inspire others to take the next step and do what it is that they need to get done. So could you talk to us a little bit about your journey, and if you don't mind sharing just a little bit of your pain with us because I need people to understand that you're not the only one.
Wow.
It's not just you. And we're not going to stay here for too long, but it's not just you that's going through this thing right here. Because there are 4 women actually in the studio. We haven't acknowledged Miss Carla Daniels, our fantabulous photographer. But if you could share a little bit with us, we would really appreciate that.
Okay, absolutely, Mary. Wow, yes, you can do it. The testimonies that you hear from women that are doing what they are feeling in their hearts, their passion, just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you just keep on moving no matter what the obstacles are, what the challenges may seem, the hurdles that you get over. Keep on pushing. Just this morning, there were obstacles and hurdles and challenges that I had to face before I even knew before 12 o'clock hit, before noon hit, you know, and you're like, okay, all right, now we're going to do this. It's going to happen. And life has a way of really showing up and showing out when you walk in faith.
Yes.
Because mine is indeed a faith walk.
Yes,
I am so unconventional.
Yes.
I can tell you about how I may have been told, you need to plan this out, or you should have X amount of dollars and ready to go. I have and had none of that.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah.
But the spirit and the determination, the tenacity to continue in my purpose that has been laid out for me, whether I recognized it long ago or not. But when it came into vision, when I could actually see it, okay, I need to stop this other job.
I'm sorry, did you just say you had to stop your job?
I had to stop the job that was really paying the bill.
Did you?
That J-O-B, just
over broke.
Yeah, the just over.
Just over broke.
And still miserable.
Yeah.
You know?
And still not enough.
And still not enough. And I know that I was helping somebody else get their stuff done.
And go to lunch when you ain't hungry.
Okay. you know that kind of thing. And the other thing with that, I can say on the positive is that all those things were leading up to that final moment when you make the decision. I'm off the fence.
Yes.
I'm taking that foot from over there, putting it over here, and I'm going to be erect and go and follow those footsteps into what it is that, not that I'm just dreaming about, but what I'm turning that dream into a reality.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know what I mean? Not just dreaming,
Mm-hmm.
but turning it into a reality.
So tell us a little bit about that. Do you remember what your first step was? Like, literally, what did you do when you made the decision?
Okay.
Both feet are on this side.
Right.
I'm no longer straddling this fence.
Right.
What you woke up the next day and you did what?
I just listened to that whisper that was telling me, stop that and do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't question it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was being obedient, because that is clearly how it works for me. And I recognize that it's different for everybody.
Everyone. Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't just fit in one particular cookie cutter type of venue or platform or how it's laid out. It's not one particular way that it's done. Mm-hmm. It's different, just as we're individuals.
Right.
And we all tap into it differently. For me, it was
just
the whisper. It was
Wow.
like, okay, no more assignments. You accept no more. This is what you're going to do. I already knew I enjoyed sewing and art and those kind of things. I've always been doing something with my hands from childhood on up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just another chapter, and there will be more.
Ooh, I love it.
There will be more.
I love it.
This is a training.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that.
This is all part of the training. It doesn't stop here.
Right. Okay.
You know, I haven't transitioned out yet.
That's right. I know, right?
It only stops when I transition out into
That's
something
right.
else. But you know, this is it right now, and it's a beautiful experience.
Yes.
Right. The ride is everything is entangled. Everything is felt. The emotions, the jubilation, the triumph moments, the moments when, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow?
What's coming up?
What's
I don't know what's
going
to
to
do next.
But I know something's going to happen.
Something has to happen.
It has
Right.
every
Yes.
single time, even from the time that you and I met, even from the time when Larissa has come over or call me and we're talking on the phone, or I'm just checking in, what's going on today, how you doing, whatever. All of you, we're all busy doing this, that, and the other, but we take time.
Yes. Yeah.
And from that moment on, it continues to teach us.
Yes.
Okay. And we get something from each other.
Okay. So I want to bring Larissa in here. And Larissa is my guest host today. And the reason that I invited her on, of course, she my girl, so I'm going to look out, number one. But also because Larissa has a really interesting story as well. How long has it been since you had a job?
What is that?
Stop it.
Oh, no, it's been, I would say now, probably maybe going on 10 years.
About 10 years.
About 10 years.
So you have been an entrepreneur for roughly about 10 years. You started with the restaurant, right?
Yep.
And catering.
Yep.
How was that?
For me, it was still like work.
Okay.
But, it's a difference when you answering to a boss and answering to yourself is could be just as challenging depending on what your goal is and what your drive is. So it could be just as challenging, because answering to yourself, knowing that you got bills to pay, staff to pay, inventory, all of this, and then answering to a boss knowing that it was a lot. Matter of fact, answering to a boss was a lot easier. That was a comfort zone.
Yes.
But answering to yourself, it was harder, and you had no choice because no work, no pay.
That's it.
But I did like the time freedom, because if I did get sick, I can stay home.
You stay home.
And I didn't have to worry about getting rid of or getting a pink slip, so to say. So it's something else that I tapped into that actually gave me all of that. The time freedom, the money, the residual, all of that. Yeah. And that's where it started. The transition started.
So that was the second transition.
That was the second transition.
So you went. So if I remember correctly, you went from the restaurant.
Well, first the beeper and sailor shop.
Oh, see, I forgot about that one.
Right,
girl, look how long.
Yeah.
Good God. Does I give anybody like a big old hand clap if you even remember what a beeper is. You selling 3 ways.
Right.
Y'all remember them two-way pages?
Look, I was a baby. No. I was a baby.
Whatever. So the Beeper and Cellular Shop, then the restaurant. Then you went back to work.
To cater. Then I had to go back to work.
Yeah, went back to work for a little while. And then something else fell in your lap.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now you can talk a little bit about that experience, and because that's happening a lot.
Yes,
that you were one of the first people who I know personally who was able to make network marketing, direct selling, multi-level marketing, whatever you want, pyramids, and don't even get me started on pyramids because, you know, your job is a pyramid. Right. I'm just saying, you know, you look at the people who do the work versus the people that make the money, look a little pyramidish to me. But I'm just saying, you know, we've been trained to believe that, you know, certain other situations are not. So anyway, you're one of the first people who I know who was able to make that work for you in a very significant way. Why don't you talk a little bit about that experience and how that went down?
Oh, absolutely. It's every time I think about that transition from that work, from that job, and even owning my own business. First of all, I'll talk about the difference between when I had the Beeper and Cellular Shop, as well as the restaurant. The amount of investment that I had to to put up to even have that restaurant, to have that Beeper and Cellular Shop. I mean, you're talking about $30,000, $40,000, $50,000
at one time.
And then I think about the return. I never got the return back on any of those businesses. Wow. It was always a loss, but it was that quote unquote you have a your own business. You're right. You
work for yourself. Robert Kiyosaki said you work for yourself, so you can be a business owner or you can be self-employed. And most of us are self-employed.
Basically,
that's what happened. We self-employed. We are own employee. We still employees.
Come on,
yeah. And keep going.
And I'm glad you said that because basically with network marketing, you are basically a business owner. You own your business. If I could just go back to just the time freedom piece, to me, time is very valuable and it's priceless. And just the time freedom, it got to the point where going to work or even running my restaurant, my kids would bring home homework and I didn't even know what they were doing.
Right.
I'm like, what is this? And I had to play it off like, girl, just go in there and or son, go in there and ask somebody else that might have known because I had been so equipped. And then you're getting off at 7 o'clock from a job, or you're working all night at the restaurant. So you come home and the kids are in bed sleep. You don't know if they bathed or whatever they did because you're just so consumed with being either employed or self-employed.
Still an employee.
Well, when network marketing was introduced to me, the money was definitely good. I was able to make six figures in a record-breaking time, but that wasn't what was so important. What was important was the time freedom, being able to spend time with my children, being able to get up when I finish sleeping and not with the alarm clock, being able to just be there with my husband and spend more quality time with him, and still be able to pay every single bill, being debt free.
Yes.
And not only that, helping so many other people do the exact same thing. So that's the difference with network marketing. It's not even about a product or a service. It's about what you get from it, how you grow from it, and how you're able to be more with your family, how we were called to be on this earth. And then you get to do what I'm doing now.
That's right.
And fund your dreams and your visions.
That's it.
And be on the radio show.
I'm glad you said that, though. I'm glad you said that because there is another transition that's happening right now. And that is with the Barclay Marketing Group. So some of the things that happened in your situation is that you gained some real valuable skills that you can now turn around and sell and package and sell as your own person. This is outside of network marketing. So for Larissa, network marketing has been a primary or at least a significant source of income. For me, it's always a side hustle because I am, it just is. It's a side hustle. You know, that's how I make my extra money. Because my money comes from my gifts, my blessings, my anointings, and my giftings, the things that God put inside of me. So, so in terms of personality, I'm the person who will jump off the cliff, build a plane while I'm going down.
Yes.
That's me.
Right.
I'm with it. I
Right.
will do that.
Right.
There are some people who, they need to plan that thing out like what you were talking about earlier. Those people who you need a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan, you need a 6-month plan, you have a certain amount of money saved in the bank and all these things. And every time you feel like it's time to make that move, something happens.
Up.
And you just can't, and you find yourself being stuck. You find yourself being stuck.
And distracted.
And yes, and that is the reason we talked about that. We use that word distraction is a big one.
Right.
We talked a lot about that a few days ago.
Yes.
Naraj and I, we got to hang out. Well, we had such a good time the other day. You missed it, Larissa.
We should have had it recorded.
Right. How about
that?
You should have had your butt over here. How about that? Kiki. Around here with that. She was supposed to be with us, by the way, Naraj. This is what had happened.
I think I was doing a network marketing.
I'm sure.
Yes,
Whatever.
that's
She was
right.
out
She had
making
a
money.
good-
Her money was
I
more
love
important.
my team. I love my
Her
team.
money was more important than hanging out with us. Whatever. Don't nobody care. Anywho, but we talked about that.
Yes.
We talked about those distractions, and they come in all shapes, sizes, forms, flavors, scents, odors. They come in every way imaginable.
Right.
And you know where they come mostly? It's not strangers.
Yes.
It is not strangers.
That's right.
Strangers can't get you off your game the way somebody who is close to you can.
Amen.
Right?
True.
Those things they'll hinder you. They will lock you up and throw away the key, and you'll be stuck.
You'll be stuck
dealing with somebody else's stuff and being distracted. And you will find, and you'll know you're distracted, and you'll know you're dealing with somebody else's stuff when all you can think about is what you want to be doing and all the reasons why you can't get it done.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So, and this is something that I know, and I'm talking like this because I lived through this. I've survived that. That's why I say I lived through it. I grew through that. I sat for a long time being preoccupied with other people's problems. And these are people who I care about. And these are people who I'm told I'm supposed to deal with their problems. But when I start evaluating, and when you talked about that whisper,
Yes.
and listening and getting still and getting back to your center, I began to understand that that it was distractions, and I was listening to the wrong people. I was not supposed to be listening to everybody else and what they need, and I needed to be listening to what God told me to do. Because you know why those people were all jacked up? Because they were not doing what God told them to do. It's real simple. It is real simple. We make stuff much more complicated than it needs to be. So the reason this show exists, again, is to give real, valuable, tangible, workable tips so you can go out and do the next thing.
That's right.
Right? The next thing that you're called to do. Everyone in this room right now is a legitimate business owner. Now, Larissa liked to tell people how I read stats, this, that, and the other. But I'm going to tell you that I did a recent study on female entrepreneurs. And this study was commissioned by American Express. And I'm doing this off the top of my head because I left my notebook in the other room. But this study was commissioned by American Express. And what it said was that there are more women of color who are new business owners. Something along the order of, I want to say, about 7 million, right? But they have created over 700 million jobs in the marketplace. The people who are working for them are not all women. They are generating, and I'm saying they, I should be saying we, are generating well over $2.3 billion in the marketplace. These are small business owners, female entrepreneurs, women who have made the decision, like our girl Carla Daniels, photography over there in the corner, snapping away.
Yes.
Y'all probably see her, who've made the decision that they can't continue to be distracted.
Right.
So the first step. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey. When I don't know why I'm on the air. I don't know who keep texting me, but it's on my watch and it keeps distracting me. Y'all stop it. I'm on the air. Stop texting me. See, it ain't made me lose my train of thought.
Distractions. See, we were just talking about
distractions.
With somebody else's
with
stuff.
this foolishness.
With somebody else.
I don't even know. I can't even look at them text messages. Y'all cut it out. I'm on the air. What was I getting ready to tell y'all?
You were
my journey.
Your journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all. I got a team. God dog, I got a team. So on my journey, so what happened with me was I was going to my job every day. And I loved going to my job. You see some of my former coworkers who they were the first ones here to support today.
Amen.
They had to awesome. I'm telling you, relationships are important.
Yes, they are.
And so I was going to work every day and I was doing what I needed to do. But I tell you, when every spare moment that I had, all I could think about was my business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What I needed to be doing next.
Yes.
And what I could have done differently at the workshop. And I knew I had to travel this weekend and I had all this other stuff going on. Right. And when you get to that place, it's time to make a move. It becomes unfair to the people who giving you a check every other week. If you cash in a check, then you need to be doing their work, right? So it becomes unfair after a while. You can't keep going to somebody's job and you're not doing their work. You can't keep taking their money and you're not doing their work. That's an integrity issue. So I started praying. I started talking to God about it. And the thing that was most important to me at the time was that my relationships remained good. And when I left on such good terms with everyone there. We were all able to have a wonderful parting of ways. Yeah. And that's how it should be.
Right.
That's what should happen, right? Does that mean we need to take a break? Okay. Love it. So, that's my background music. Okay, I like
the theme music.
Yeah. Polianda, she like, girl, I've been here working all day. I do not need this foolishness from you. Anyway, I got to a place where God went ahead and He released me, and we were able to separate in such a way. The first few weeks that I was gone, I was over there like every week. It was like, I should probably stop coming around here so much. People starting to wonder, what you do now? Right. I don't understand. Who are you supposed to be here?
Right.
But we left. We separated on really good terms. When I finally, so I'm telling my journey. I'm telling a little bit of how we got to where we are right now. So I had already been doing, Golden Hearts already existed, and I had already been doing the workshops, and I had already been helping people to rebuild their credit, and I had already been doing the financial literacy workshops. I had been doing all those things already. I had already legitimized the company. I had already gotten my fictitious name. I had already incorporated. I had already gotten my EIN from the state and from the feds. I had done all those things. And people, those steps are important.
Yes, they are.
Do not overlook or forsake those steps. They are important.
Yep.
Yes.
You want to protect yourself from any undue liability. You want to make sure that you are incorporated.
Right.
I never recommend, and I know that there are all kinds of business models, but I'm a strong advocate for being an S-type corporation. If you don't have to be an LLC, then unless you're gonna partner with someone, either way, that we will have more conversations about that at another time. But I can't stress this enough. Make your business legitimate. Yes. Do not stop. Don't keep dating your business. Go ahead and marry it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead and marry it.
Right.
So I did all those things, and then and of course, I had like a million. I'm the person who will have an idea and go buy a domain name, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen. I just know, there are only so many good ideas in the world.
Right.
So, and I'm not the only one getting them. So I will go and buy a domain name in a heartbeat. And I buy the whole domain, .com, .net, .org, whatever. I'm buying everything because I do not want to share it with anyone. So I had already done all those things. So I had those basic foundational things in place.
Okay.
Right. So I was doing all the stuff that I was doing, but I was still flying by the seat of my pants. I did not have a plan, not a real one. It wasn't written down. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew how much money I wanted to make, and I would just like put it in the air, and it would happen. But the Bible teaches, and I know this not that Christian radio station, I'm just saying, but the Bible teaches us that you should write the vision and make it plain. So slowly, it seemed like every day a new part of the plan would come together. And it goes back to what you talked about earlier, Naraj, about being obedient. I would hear the call to do this thing. Like I got the name for Bag Lady Radio way before I knew it was going to be a radio show. I got, you know, our friend who we probably will hear from a little bit later, Barefoot Businesswoman. I heard about her before I met her.
Wow.
I had no idea. I heard about it. I wrote it down. You know, whatever God gave me to do, I wrote it down.
Right. Yes.
And what I learned is that when there is a connection between your brain and your hand, and when you write stuff down, things happen. They happen. People be acting like folks that do vision boards are kind of like they kind of loopy and all this other stuff. But when you put this stuff together, it happens. You will turn around in 6 or 7 months and look back and see things that have popped off your board into your life.
That's right.
Yeah, talk
My
about
house,
it.
my
Yeah,
house.
girl,
That's right.
girl, that house,
I was living in
a borrowed mansion.
Right. And I just began to do my vision board.
Okay.
And as I did my vision board, I was really, really focusing on things that I want to happen for real.
Yes.
I wasn't just cutting out pictures, because what a vision board is you actually take a magazine or you take objects or items and you take them and you put them on a board where you can post that board where you can see it on a daily basis every time, so it can remind you of your goals. And that's what it did. So I took a board and I put on the board a beautiful wedding ring. Now I'm married. I've been married for this year, October, will be 11 years. And but I wanted to upgrade. So I wanted a bigger ring. And then at the time I was in another network marketing company, I wanted, to get to the highest level, a higher level. And I posted something about that on there. And then I also posted a bigger home. Now, I lived in a nice home, but I wanted this big old mansion. I put this big mansion.
Okay.
And I knew that I was going to upgrade that house, that I get a bigger house. But I didn't know when.
Right.
But I knew that's what I wanted.
Yes.
And I began to see it. So what I began to do is I made a decision. I made a decision that everything that I do going forward is going to go towards that upgrading my ring. It's going to go towards that bigger home.
Right.
And it's going to go towards elevating in the company that I was in. And upon making a decision and seeing it, I began to really believe it. So I just began to get in my car and I would just ride around different neighborhoods and I would just pick out what I wanted.
Okay,
that's mine.
Yes.
And then I go sit in car lots and I say if I want, I'm going to sit in that car because that's what I want. And on top of every day seeing my vision board in my home office and looking at it and saying, yep, I'm coming for you because I seen you and I believe I'm going to have it. Well, fast forwarding a little bit, a year, not even a full year. It wasn't even a full year. A full year. I was getting ready to move, and I had my realtor look for a place, and she was looking on and took me in. Every place I went in, there was a contract on it.
Right.
So I said, you know what? And I'm not a realtor here in Georgia, so I said, let me Google the zip code where I want to live.
All right.
Okay.
And I Googled the zip code where I want to live. And this 12-bedroom, 5.5 bath came up in that zip code.
Come on.
And it was on sale. It was available for sale. I said, wait a minute. So I called my realtor and I gave her that MLS number. Realtors out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I said, why didn't you tell me about this house? She said, let me look it up. She called me back screaming, saying, Larissa, it was an error put in another list, but it was supposed to be in this zip code. How did you find that? I said, my faith.
That's it.
I said, God found it for me because I told him what I wanted.
That's
and
it.
I knew I was going to get it.
And he hid it from everybody else.
She screamed and we hurried up and got over there and there was only 2 names that was written down. You know, there's a list when you go in the house when it's empty.
Right.
And mine was number 3. And I said, well, I have the contract on this house. I began to speak that thing and I knew that it was mine.
Okay.
And I said, this is my house. Go ahead and put the contract on that house.
Okay.
And she put that contract on that house and it was mine. And I live in that house. I've been living in it since 2012.
Woo! All right now.
Yes, 12 bedrooms,
So-
5.5 baths. So,
Yeah, so-
faith and that vision board really
Yes.
works. It's executing. It's just like
That's
what
what it is.
that good book, the book that give you those instructions.
That's
that Bible
right.
tells
Write the
us, like
vision,
you
make it
said,
plain.
when you
Yep.
write it down or just place it
Yep.
where you can see it, it definitely executes something
That's
from your
right.
brain to your hand, like Mary just stated. It's
Yeah,
real.
it is.
It's real, people. Write that vision down, and again, you got to first of all make that decision. You have to believe it, and you got to see it.
That's right.
You do.
Because you can't hit nothing that you can't see.
That's right.
And
cannot.
you have to most importantly execute. So, and I that's what I live by.
All right. See, that's what I'm talking about right
Those
there.
are those testimonies that encourage you and keep you going and saying, okay, this works.
Yes. That's right.
It's living proof.
It is. You are listening to Bag Lady Radio on 1100 AM. I am Mrs. Mary Ellis. I am joined today by my beautiful guest host, Dr. Larissa Barclay. She don't like to say that a lot, but, you know, Dr. Larissa Barclay. And, of course, the beautiful Niraj Khan, our distinctive design.
Yes.
So let's get back to our guests, because we just see sometimes this is precisely why the Bag Lady Retreat exists. And I'm going to tell y'all about that a little bit later. Yes, and she's coming up in April, y'all. Y'all get y'all bags
birthday
packed,
month.
boo. Get your bags packed. That's right. Because the retreat is coming, yes, in April. We talked, I told you, see, write it down. We just had this conversation a few days ago based on the conversation Niraj and I started having.
wow, see?
It's like, for real. It's like, it has to happen. It has to happen. So, Niraj, tell us a little bit more about what specifically you're doing. One of the things that you blew me away with the other day is we were talking about your logo. And we were talking about your brand, distinctive brand. So
Yes.
talk to us a little bit about the distinctive brand.
Yes. A lot of people are not really informed that distinctive is an acronym.
See, did you know that? Hold on, did you know that? That distinctive was an acronym?
Are you trying to put me on the phone?
Did you know or did you not know?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, we were talking
we
about
started
that.
talking about it and she told me.
Everything
It's actually an
yes,
acronym.
absolutely. And I'm going to share that acronym with you for me. But I want to say prior to that is everything has a purpose.
Yes.
So this is what distinctive represents for me. When you have a purpose and you live on purpose, everything eventually comes into focus, just like Larissa said. So for me, Distinctive Hand Designs by Niraj Khan is not just the clothing, the fashion, the wearable art. It started a long, long time ago.
Okay.
I have been, my taxes have had a business associated every year for, since the 90s.
Wow.
Is when I started. And at that time, I was writing poetry. I making all handmade greeting cards, wedding invitations, programs. This is all before the internet became all that, all of the big deal. I was doing all this by hand. And so there's chapters. So in the beginning, the distinctive for me is dream and spirit that inspire, nurture, create, teach, involve, and embrace.
Oh, I like that.
That is distinctive.
Wow.
And
Can
each
you
and
repeat?
every
I need you to
every
repeat
one
it.
of us has something distinctive about us. So as you ladies know, when you come in to the boutique, there's a required guest sheet that you fill out.
Yes.
And I have two important questions. And the first one, what makes you distinctive?
Right.
I have people come in and they never thought about it.
Right. And a lot of us don't. I, of course, always think about it because I'm a little on the vain side, but you don't.
And I thought about it, dude. I think
I'm a little on the vain side.
Please don't tell them my answer.
But it helps.
But I was
me.
excited to put
Yes.
my answer. I was like, oh, she wanted what make me. Let me tell you.
Yes, honey. Let me tell you my story, boo.
Yes.
Maybe that must be the Miami in us.
Yeah,
I
it
think
must
we're
be
just
305.
slightly flamboyant.
A little
You know,
Dade
yes.
County.
Look,
Absolutely.
born and raised in the county of Dade. Just saying, you know.
What is it?
Look, shake the
You done put the hand sign
Look,
up
shake
and all
the
that.
Oh yeah, I've been trying. I know, right?
John Devastator out there.
I
JT
know,
Money.
You're
Okay.
so silly. We've been trying to figure out what the gang sign, the hand sign is for 305. I think that's it right there. I think that's it. Yeah, 305.
That's not it.
Whatever.
That's not it.
Oh, well, see, Devin doing something. Devin got us. Okay.
Is he
See, I
305?
did.
Let me
Yeah. Look, it's like, but he doing a different kind of way.
You do like you doing sign language. Okay, that's not gonna work. Oh, that you're from
See?
Nah, 305.
What she doing? What you doing, Leanne?
Like, okay. All right. No offense to anybody. Stick out that disclaimer.
Poor Naraj, you're like, wait, what just happened? We was
Like,
talking
you
for
know,
real. And then he just went straight hood.
It's all good. It's all good.
I love me some Naraj.
Y'all happy about being from your neighborhood.
It is.
Yeah,
Let
we
me
just
tell
went
you.
home for a second. Okay,
Just
we're
for a
back.
minute,
We're
I
back.
know, yes.
Come back
It's all
to
right,
ATL.
Yes, we grew up.
Yeah.
We grew up. We left home. We
left
had to.
home.
Yeah. It's a nice place to visit.
Matter of fact, I'll be there in the morning. I got a flight in the morning. So I'll
Not
be
me.
there. Yeah.
It's a nice place to visit, but I don't want to live there.
Yeah. And I'm going to South Beach. Woohoo.
For what?
That's right.
That
What you
makes
going to
both
South
of
Beach
us
for?
going to Florida.
Florida.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are
because she going to
I'm going to
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. I have a fashion show.
All
Yes.
right.
Oh,
Smiles
yes.
J Jazz Cafe.
So you know,
the
so
very
you
first
know,
event.
so you know, we are on the TuneIn app, the iHeartRadio app, and iRadio Now, which means that people in Jayville can hear you.
All right.
So invite them out. Let's
all
not.
have
We ain't
to
got that
come
much
out.
time left, so let's
Saturday,
go ahead. Yeah, invite them
Saturday on the 15th. The address is 2111 University Boulevard. It's across the street from the University of Jacksonville.
Okay.
And there's going to be Caribbean chef, a seafood chef, and a vegan vegetarian chef.
Wow.
Yeah, whatever.
And of course, there's nothing wrong
Well,
with
you
that.
know,
and of course,
my
there are going to
MLM
be
is
fashions
detox.
from Naraj Khan.
Fashions by Naraj Khan.
Yes.
Yes, that's what's the most important
You
part
need
of that
the
whole
vegan
conversation.
and all that because you want to have that because you have to drink my
Girl,
tea.
sit
You
down
have to drink my
somewhere,
tea.
please. Have several seats, please. There's like several seats all around, and you can have all of them.
Okay, cool.
Around here with that.
I already
Don't
all
nobody-
this. I need all seats. I know.
Apparently,
I
go
got
around
y'all.
here. Go right on ahead. So before we go, I got to handle a little bit of business.
Yes,
so
yes.
recall those people who registered and showed up. Now, is there anybody else out there out for the reception? The people who registered for the reception showed up and took the third step, which came in email yesterday, to make themselves eligible for the raffle for the gold giveaway.
Okay.
Right? I'm giving away a gram of gold. Miss Harriet was the only somebody to follow the instructions. So guess what? She won the raffle.
All right.
Can we get a little applause on that?
Congratulations.
Yes. So Miss Harriet, congratulations to you. We will talk when I'm off the air so I can get your gold to you. But she has won. Ms. Naraj and all three of us. We all are moving our funds into out of US dollars and into gold. We can talk
Absolutely.
about that more offline.
Yes.
And I actually was listening to some programming on this very station last night, or was it this morning? My hours are beginning to run together, but they were talking. The gentleman who was on was speaking about moving assets through your retirement account offshore, in fact. And out of the way of the government.
Right.
But y'all know I'm a little bit radical, so y'all know I'm a little radical. So, but we ain't got that much time, so I can't even go through all that. I'm just saying I'm just letting y'all know.
Right.
And we forgot to tell people to call in, but that's cool because I really wanted to talk to y'all today. I wanted to make sure that everyone had a chance to be heard and for your story to be told and for Larissa to tell hers.
Yes.
And the reason that I wanted it to be this way today is because there is someone listening right now either on this live broadcast or on a playback, listening right now, who needed this. That's why I got for it as hard as I did today. You need to hear this.
Yes.
There is a move you need to make, and you know you need to make it, and you have been hesitant, you have stopped, you have halted, and you're halting between two decisions. And you can't keep doing that. It is time to poop or get off the pot. That's it. The time is up. Girl, see what I'm talking about? Some people just don't know how to act. Some people just do not know how to behave. So anyway, we want to make sure that you all know to be right back here. We're going to do this again next Thursday. We're going to do this and every Thursday. And anytime there is a fifth Thursday in the month, we're going to have a very special treat for you. I see my first studio guest for the first Blue Moon radio show sitting over there, Egypt Robinson X. Y'all make sure y'all don't miss that. That's October 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, do not miss that, because that brother is going to just like murk this thing. I'm telling you, you don't want to,
awesome.
you know, and y'all know this is a women's network, and it's all about, you know, strengthening and helping strong women be stronger.
That's right.
But we can't do that without our brothers.
Come on.
Yep. And we're not leaving them behind. We
That's
going
right.
up
Say
in an
it.
elevator, not on the escalator around
right.
here. We all coming up together.
That's
That's
right.
what this is. So
The bottom too crowded.
Yeah, it is.
Crowded.
Too many
Come
folk
on.
at the bottom. Too many folk. And some of y'all don't smell good.
Ow! And
I'm
it's
just
hot,
saying.
and we bring heat.
Yeah, we do. Well, maybe that's why they don't smell good. Maybe we smoked the people out.
Come
Got them
on.
all sweating and stuff.
That's why.
Oh, speaking of sweaty, I wanted to tell y'all. So those of you who can see me, can y'all see my outfit? Can y'all see? This is another Niraj Khan design.
Woo!
This is Miss Oops. And the reason why she's Miss Oops, there's a story. There is a story. So y'all know, everybody who know me know I was in Costa Rica last week, honey. Yes.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yes, it was wonderful. It was a great little getaway. We went, so my husband and I had like a honeymoon getaway, right? So we got it at a group rate because we went with 84 of my cousins and friends, right? So imagine all us rolling up in a resort together. So 2 busloads of, you know, folk who look like me and you rolling up in there. So we're at dinner Saturday night, and my poor husband, I just love him so much.
Country. Oh, I said that.
Girl, because that's what it is. So I'm rocking my outfit and whatnot. Why did I have a nip slip sitting right at the table? Right at the dinner table. Just sitting at the dinner table, and it's just there. Just sitting there, just hanging out, just chilling.
Wow.
And of course, he notices it. You go,
did you do a Janet Jackson? Because you got
girl,
she got her poetic justice hair.
I know.
So she decided I would do it.
I didn't even think about that, right? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the hair. Maybe it was the hair. And all I know is
she's trying to get advertisements, ladies and gentlemen.
A second later, that dude said, "Girl, can't hanging out." Well, anyway, that is the end of the show. We can't get, they probably go kick us out of here after that one. I'm just saying, that's just what happened. This, again, is the Bag Lady Radio Show. I am so excited to be here, and I hope you guys will join us. Make sure you tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. This is where you will find me and my girls. Y'all hear my song coming on, right? I might sing this one out, y'all.
No.
Why?
No singing.
Why?
God didn't give you that one.
I cannot believe you just said, you know, only your friends can talk to you like that. Say goodnight,
Authentic
Larissa.
Larissa Barclay.
Thank you very
Good
much.
night.
Say goodnight, Niraj.
Namaste and good evening to all of you. Thank you very, very much. Mary and Larissa, it was a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine.
Yes.
Shout outs to my girl, Keep It Locked over there. Janaya, twisting up my hair, keeping me locked in. Quinn, who keeps my makeup right all the time. Y'all make sure y'all check me out.
My niece did my beautiful hair, Jasmine's house. That's
you on my
right.
nerves.
Okay,
Goodbye,
oh,
y'all.
sorry.
We out.